From the time I was a little kid, whether I was singing at the top of my lungs or mimicking anybody that walked through the door, I just loved to entertain. That kid Richie, he's something else. I tell you, wait and see he gonna make it. He gonna make it. Cause I want to be happy, but I won't be happy till I make you happy. When I went to college, that all changed when I discovered the theater department. Oh, I was so excited because for the first time in my life, I was around people with the same interest. But I also discovered that I was the only black kid in the department. You mean the only part that I can play in y'all's play, The Little Foxes, is Cal, the black servant? That was the beginning of the question that haunted me for years. If I was white, would I get bigger and better parts? Or was it not all that good? I was real excited for my big audition for the American Musical and Dramatic Academy, also known as AMDA. The audition, we were required to sing a song and do a monologue. So I figured, I'll do my Shakespeare monologue. And I knew the perfect song that would wow them. And from the way that I feel, I knew I'd impress them. I then had to speak to the executive director about the possibility of getting financial aid. You won't get anything but Stepin fetching roles. Well, that wasn't nothing to look forward to. From the time I was a kid, I knew who the old black film actor Stepin Fetchit was. The stereotype coon character. The real slow, real lazy. When I graduated, I was ready to pound the pavement. What a day this has been. What a rare mood I'm in. Why? Thank you very much. There's a smile on my face for the whole human race. Why? That's all we need to see today. And from the way that I feel, I would swear I was falling. I could swear I was falling. It's almost like being... Excuse me, I'm sorry. We're looking for a tall, good-looking black man. I remember a teacher of mine in school saying to me once, listen, you're not making one day in this business unless you develop thick skin. Well, it's tough enough having black skin. It's got to be thick, too. I started to question, am I just second rate? Am I any good? And pretty soon, I went to every audition that I could possibly go to. And a lot of things I wasn't even right for. If I was a rich man. In time, work did start to come. Small parts. Lots of butlers and waiters, and I was grateful to get them. Now, which is the New York stop, so the boys got a big center, which is the last stop, which is the overseas stop. Well, now I call out the stop, we don't stop at the stop, so I just call a non-stop stop. Ha! No, you're doing that all wrong. Do it like Stepin Fetchit. Well, I call out the stop, but this train don't stop and no stop. That was the way to get the laugh, and I knew I could get the laugh and still keep the character's dignity. It's funny. 1 minute, I'm a star. The next minute, I'm working the room bus, and you know, we have the same sort of entertainment where I'm from at Six Flags Over Georgia. I bet you do a great Stepin Fetchit imitation. I bet you I don't do a great Stepin Fetchit imitation. I bet you could do a Stepin Fetchit imitation. I bet you I won't do a Stepin Fetchit imitation. Now, young man, don't get offended. After all, he was famous. Hell, so was his other way of celebrating. Is this the best that I can do? Stepin Fetchit embarrassed me. He perpetuated that false images to whites, the black. I wasn't proud of him. In fact, I would squirm every time I'd see him in a movie. No, this was not a compliment. I look up, and who appears in the movie but Stepin fucking Fetchit. God damn! If my day ain't bad enough, I can't get away from this man. Mister, you gonna scare somebody stiff that way. Wouldn't go with me if I was in the army. If you won't go with me in the army, will you go with me if I was a fiver? Yeah, yeah. Well, can I read? The man got me to laugh. I never took the time to realize just how skilled this man really was. Now, I was born Lincoln Theodore Monroe Andrew Perry. My friends called me Step. But to the world, I Stepin Fetchit. I know there's been a lot of things said about me, and a lot of it isn't very good. I've done a lot of things that people didn't like, but you know something? And I never cared. I was always my own man. And I certainly was nobody's boy. You see, the average American black man that was born with a slave background was born with the thinking they weren't good as a white man. That wasn't me. I never believed that. Hollywood. In the early days of Hollywood, if you did see a black face in pictures, it was probably in a form of a nightmare. In fact, Hollywood was more segregated back then than Georgia. I was the first Negro with billing. I was the first Negro movie star. Well, don't you know all of them guys at the audition get up and they all start shuffling. Shuffling going on all over the place. As if all of them boys' agents said, son, you make sure you shuffle when you see John Stahl. John Stahl came in and turned around and said, ah, God. Let the other ones go. We'll make a test with him. He says I should be getting more money. Now I'm talking to Louis B. Mayer and Irving Thalberg, the heads of MGM Studio. Mr. Feinberg says I should be getting $1,000 a week. That's what I should be getting. Well, eventually they agreed. And people say that Stepin stands for being lazy, stupid, being the white man's fool. Well, the only fool being fool that day was a white man, wasn't it? So you remember, I opened the doors for a lot of folks to follow through. Now it's your turn. You're here to sing, to dance, to make them laugh, to entertain, to give a piece of yourself in order to live this world. Oh my God. I have put you down my whole life. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Oh! I want to be happy, but I won't be happy till I make you happy too. I want to be happy, but I won't be happy till I make you happy too.